Hi, hi, hi. Right now, I am very much in love with this deck. It's fast becoming my favourite deck. I don't know what it's called. Can't remember what it's called because it got separated from its box and I keep it in a bag. But I'm loving it. So I'm going to show you a few cards from it. And yes, I'm undercover because I'm flipping cold. It's freezing and it's way too cold to go and sit in my reading area. So I'm going to show you a few cards and I'm going to try and keep the camera still. Now, the thing I don't like about these cards is that every face is a miserable one. But if I block out the faces, then they don't lower my energies. Faces affect me a lot, more than I can say. And I think it might be because I'm neurodivergent. I don't know. But faces do affect me a lot. And every one of these cards has a sad face. Even when they are happy cards, they've still got a sad face on them. But I still absolutely love them because there's still so much in them and they open up my intuition so well, that I don't pay much attention to the face. I literally avoid looking at the face. Now, when I read the tarot, I do always have spirit around me, helping me. I have a huge team of spirit helpers, and I'm very much aware of many of them. And they're not all human, they're not all humanoid. But I absolutely do love these cards, and I intend, when I've got time, you see this one painting the roses, the white roses red, makes me think that this is it maybe called the Alice Tarot, Alice in Wonderland Tarot. I'm really not sure, but I think that might be what it's called. But I bought it ages and ages ago. I've had it for years, but I've never really used it because I don't like miserable faces and they're all a bit sullen in the cards. So it kind of like got pushed to the corner. Even though I do like shadow cards, because obviously I read for the shadow as well, because I like to dig into the shadow to find the causes of triggers and such things like that, and also how to work with them and heal them. You see, this is even this one, the Fool, is a miserable face considering she's hi ho, it's off for fun we go. But she's still got a miserable face. She's going on a new exploration, a new adventure. And she's not even smiling. And that one, you can understand. But I don't like the miserable faces, I've got to say. I have got a few decks with miserable faces on them because this artist, and I can't remember her name anymore, is one of the top artists. The big sad-eyed people. And I've got quite a few of the decks with it, but I tend not to read with them very much. But this one, just lately, because I've been snuggled under a blanket trying to keep warm, this deck has been keeping me company. And I've been playing with it. And I've been coming up with some really interesting stories. Stories that I can identify with. So I'm actually loving it now. They're not in the right order, but as everybody who knows me as a reader, I don't read reverse cards very often. Sometimes I do. It depends what spirits say. If spirits tell me to read that in that way, then I will do. If they don't, then I just reverse the card round. Because basically for me, I still firmly believe that there are enough cards of all different types of situation in a single tarot deck. And depending on where each card sits in a reading, what straddles it, and where it straddles it, you can tell whether it's a reversal or not. So I don't know if many people work that way, but that's how I work with it, with the tarot. That's how I used to teach it when I used to run tarot classes. That's how I used to teach it. By all means, you can read a reversed card, but when they're decks like this, pip cards are great for reversals because there's not actually any pictures on them. And there's just pips on them. And so you can use those easily enough in reverse. It doesn't really matter there. But when you've got a picture, say like this, right, and it's reversed, it's not quite as easy to see. And for my eyes and for my perception, it doesn't speak to me in that position. It really doesn't. So I always put them the right way up, usually, unless spirit are shouting over my shoulder, no, read it in reverse, read that one in reverse, then I will. So I'm going to continue until you, I wasn't going to show you all the deck, and I certainly wasn't going to tell you how I used to teach and things like that, but well, it's just chatter, so it's something to do while I keep warm and drink my tea. So now the paranormal, now this, I actually love this card, but it's not a standard tarot card. And I reckon most people would take that card out because it doesn't really belong in a 78 card pack of tarot, because this one makes it 79. But I like it. That's my world. That is my world. That's my world, my personality. It's my bag baby. It's my bag baby. So yeah, that is me. 100%, it's me. So I keep it in. Page of Pentacles. Oh, look, I love dragons. I love my dragons. Four of Cups. Now, I've had, and I keep having to look up these words, because in some of these, the cards in this deck, there are some words I didn't have a clue what they meant. So I had to look it up. and basically ennui. I don't know how you say it, but I have to keep looking it up. But it kind of means discombobulation. And I know that's a big word, but I've had long enough with that word to know what that word means. But it's when everything's disenchanting and, you know, you're not happy with something. So you're all a dither. They are beautiful cards. I love the colours. I absolutely do. They read like a dream. Like I said, I do think they are the Alice in Wonderland cards, because we've got more cards here, you see. More cards there too. The camera's wobbling. I like that card because everybody tends to think, oh, the King of Cups. Wow, what a man. That's if you're gender specific on those. I am heterosexual. So to me, the King of Cups represents a mature male. Okay? In the traditional sense of what the tarot was created for. I know gender is fluid these days. So, but for me, this still means, wow, what a man. But no, it doesn't. It actually means the King of Cups, when he's balanced and his waters, his emotional waters are calm, then he is one of the nicest men on the planet. He is. He's one of the best men on the planet. And he wouldn't hurt a fly when he's balanced. Unless he had to, because we all have those moments. I mean, let's be honest about it. Spirituality is not about turning the other cheek if somebody abuses you, yeah? No, it's not. It's about knowing your own power enough to say, sod off. But the King of Cups, when he's not balanced, is emotionally cold, emotionally abusive, and really just not the kind of guy you'd want to be around. So I love the fact that we've got the cactus and the scorpion there as well, because it reminds us that there's two sides to each court card. And the King of Cups, although that's the one that people think, oh, I want to be with the King of Cups, I want my King of Cups. That King of Cups has to be healthy, mentally and emotionally healthy, balanced. Because if he's not, remember, he's a water sign. And if he's not, he can be a raging ocean. He can sink battleships. So remember that. He's not always the best of the best. It depends how healthy he is, mentally and emotionally. But by God, in his best sense, he would be the nicest doctor or healer you will ever come across. The Star. See, just going back to that again, I like that. I like that because the Knight of Swords is, he will rush in, brandishing his sword, either to help and protect or to cut you down in an instant. And I like how Gemini is depicted there, the two sides, the two faces of the Knight of Swords, because he stands for idealism, and he stands in that really strongly. But if his idealism is out of balance. Again, life is all about balance. And if it's out of balance and it's swerving right down to the negative, then by God, he's going to cut you up in pieces, because he's going to want to be the one that knows everything, the one you listen to, the one you take notice of, the one who will do everything to you that he does not want you to do back to him. So beware of him if he's not in his balanced state as well. And yeah, all the females, you know, like the Knight of Swords could well be a woman or a man. That's in my book. The kings and queens I see as gender specific, the masculine energy, the feminine energy. Other readers don't, and you don't have to. But for me, lower court cards are not gender specific. They're fluid. It's just the way I work, that's all. Now, the Five of Wands. Let's see. It's going on a bit, this, isn't it? I didn't think I'd take this long, because I didn't actually plan on speaking in it. I'm hoping that you're picking it up, because my blankie, I'm autistic, I have a blankie, has been blocking the microphone. So I'm hoping to God that you've been able to hear what I'm saying. But if you haven't, I apologise. I'm not doing it again, not repeating it, but because you can still see the screen and the beauty of the cards. But I do apologise if I've missed out on the voice. And I've no idea how to do a voiceover, so I'm not doing that either. I'm making bread pudding. I've got it in the bread maker. My God, it smells so divine. I'm experimenting. I've never made it in the bread maker before. I usually just bung it in the oven. But I'm trying the bread maker this time. So it might not work. I'll be gutted. I'll still eat it because I love it. But never mind. It might be like a brick. But anyway, that's the deck. Like I said, I think, although I can't validate that because I do only think it, it might be the Alice in Wonderland Tarot. Because I know there's an oracle as well. And this one is the tarot. Anyway, I will love you and leave you. Don't want to bore you to tears. Fantastic deck. I'll show you the back again, just in case you want to recognise it by the back, because I'm not 100% sure of the title. I don't know who created it. I've forgotten. But I know that artist is very, very popular. Sorry about my dirty nail. I've been playing with calligraphy inks again. I draw, paint and do calligraphy. So I'm always dirty. I've always got something under my nails. Anyway, I'll say bye-bye. And I will see you soon again. Bye-bye for now.